So Biden's delaying his retirement to clean up his legacy.
I'm not going away. I'm going to be deeply involved in the environment. I'm going to be deeply involved in foreign policy, deeply involved in all the things I've been involved in before.
We don't know what Joe's going to do with the environment or foreign policy, and neither does he. But today his approval rating hit an all-time low, 34%.
As you prepare to leave the White House, any other regrets that you have, anything you wish you would have done differently?
Well, I guess if I thought a lot about it, it'd be something I would done specifically done, but not generically.
No regrets. Biden won't take this new poll well. He's obsessed with what people think of him.
When history is all told, how do you want to be remembered? What do you want your legacy to be?
I kept my word that when I said I was going to do something, I did.
Biden lied almost about everything, including pardoning Hunter. History's not going to forgive that. So Biden's delaying his retirement to clean up his legacy.
I'm not going away. I'm going to be deeply involved in the environment. I'm going to be deeply involved in foreign policy, deeply involved in all the things I've been involved in before.
We don't know what Joe's going to do with the environment or foreign policy, and neither does he. The big guy isn't even working now. What makes you think he's going to do anything after January? But this is exactly how Biden's team likes it. Keep Joe far away from the spotlight.
They don't want to end his presidency with one last humiliation. So they just made the decision to keep him away. And to me, I've been sad about it. I've been angry about it. Just really disappointed as a Democrat.
Oh, with the election lost and Biden put out to pasture, Democrats are leaking like a busted sink. The Wall Street Journal talked to more than 50 Biden insiders to find out what's really been going on in the White House for the last 4 years. This bombshell report reveals Biden was even worse than we thought. Joe was AWOL most of his presidency.
But Joe Biden's record with regard to the things that he's accomplished, I think will stand the test of time. Now, what my dear friend Scott and others will talk about, and quite frankly, I'm going to say this, on it, rightfully so, it was very disturbing to learn late in the year about just how how poor his health has become. And like many, I did not realize that it had gotten to that point. That being said, I think he showed up for the job. He got the work done. I think some of the accomplishments also in the Middle East and foreign policy will also stand the test of time.
You think the Middle East is in better shape today than when he took office?
Well, I think he got our hostages home. I think that's a big deal. I think it's important.
I'm sorry, which hostages?
He's gotten a number of people home. He was able.
There's still 100 people over there.
Well, there were more than
including some Americans. Look, I think he's gonna leave office in disgrace. The Hunter Biden pardon was disgraceful. He's going to be remembered largely for inflation and for the disastrous Afghanistan pullout. And I think as we continue to, we're just getting the first draft of this now, but as we continue to learn about the massive cover-up that went on, not about his health, but about his mental acuity, to cover that up, the efforts that were undertaken by the White House staff, by his family, not in the last couple of months, but for all 4 years, I think it's going to be a really ugly chapter. It's a diminished presidency because of it. And I think we still don't know the full extent of what they did to try to hide what they've been doing over in the West.